It's your boy Lisi. I'm all the way here in Goodna, IAmChazza in the UK. I'm about to react to these videos, so yeah, let's get it.
Yeah, man can say whatever they want, it don't count until
Charlie says,
your boy ain't ever been #1 in the country until
Charlie says,
that's right, they respect my opinion, yeah, they wait until
Charlie says.
I promise there wasn't technical difficulties as you're watching this now. No, we was just talking about it, but we didn't get very far in. But yeah, just tell us again, bro. So, was this the first track you ever recorded?
My first song I've ever done was the first time ever in the studio. And this song, I don't know if people with music is like the producer side of or the engineering side of music. They would listen to this song and know that there's no mix on the vocals, there's no master on the beat. It was just a straight two stems, which is the beat and the vocal recording. But we never knew that, back then. Like especially me, I just thought, that's all you do in the studio. It's also one take, the whole song from the start of the first verse to the end of the second verse is just one whole take. Because I didn't know that you could stop and then punch in.
Yeah.
I've learned all of this stuff now as an artist now. But back then I'd never been in the studio. I was shaking when I was recording it, and but now we know the what do you call it? The importance of mix and mastering. Punching in when you're losing your breath. Sometimes when you hear people go out of breath, sounds a bit ugly, but yeah. So pretty much this was my first song ever, my first time in the studio, and yeah, look at the count, it's gone up all the way to fucking almost nearly 5 mil.
Yeah, literally 4.99 as we're speaking. By the time this video is out, probably 5 mil. It's mad. Did you when you made this, did you know that you was gonna put like a song out? Did you go to the studio thinking, right, I'm gonna make a video as well and I'm gonna put it out, or was you just literally going to studio to just try and make a song for the sake of it?
What's the date on that? It's like
October 16th, 2019.
Yeah, I made the song in like June or July of that year.
Okay, so you made that a bit before.
So yeah, I was still working. It was a confidence thing, but I didn't have much confidence to put it out. Just because, I was at a time too where like Hefts, 1-4, Young and Lips, they were all, HP, they're all shooting up. And I didn't want to be that, like that one guy that just fucking, there's someone that you didn't invite to the party sort of thing, but he rocks up anyway. Yeah, well, that's why I sort of held on to the song when I first recorded it. But then I thought, nah, fuck the world, Like, who cares if just, like, in my head, my mentality was, if just the block like it, then that's all I care about, And then next thing you know, got the IAmChazza reacting to it from the UK and stuff. And
Mad.
did pretty good for itself, so yeah.
Yeah, man.
I was writing this at work too. I was writing this at work. I didn't really like. It wasn't a time where I sat down and I was like, all right, I'm gonna write a song about blah blah blah.
Yeah.
This is just shit that's going through my head while I'm working. So I'll be like, picking boxes and I'll just start thinking of rhymes and stuff. And then, I don't know. It was a bit of a random
It's a random one, but it all come together at the right time for you in the right way. You know what I mean? As you said, like, doing one takes, writing it at work, like you probably didn't envision 5 million views in some ways, but that's how it's panned out. You capture the moment and just come out the gate with a bang.
Not even that, like even like I didn't even picture doing another song. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't. This wasn't something that I went into thinking, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna chase like that career. Because I don't know, it was just so far fetched, being thinking of becoming a rapper or something like that, especially with the amount of resource and stuff we have in Brisbane particularly. There's a lot in Sydney and a lot in Melbourne, but Brisbane's still developing, like in terms of music. That's why a lot of artists they go to Sydney from Brisbane to pursue it over there because it's just easier. But we make do over here.
Trying to put us on the map, docs. Fucking knife. I'll catch you later.
Yeah, I can see your face.
It was so long ago.
Yeah.
This is.
When your acting career started off as well, hey, listen, you're the double threat out here. We had the rapping side of things, but we also had the acting side of things as well. So is who's this? What can you tell us about your man here?
This is also here. So this is my day one. He's one of my Tongan also. Yeah, we've grown up together, school from the young days, and I know, like I told him when I first told him like I'm gonna do a music video for a shoot. I was like, oh, you wanna come? You know, I don't know, do something. It was just one of those things like
Yeah, yeah,
my
yeah.
boys, you know, like oh yeah, let's just do something at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now you know we look back at it, especially me. I look back at it now. It's so cringe. Yeah, it's cringe as, but yeah.
But it gets your message across though. It does get your message across in it, like, you know what I mean? It sets up everything that's gonna happen. You know, you're showing the area here.
Got a proton flow, it's electric, finna go reckless. You already know who the best, that's me. These rappers are all for the show. Somebody put them up on Netflix. Since when?
So already you've come in with like 3-4 slick like punchlines, not like the heaviest hitting in the world, but kind of like jabbing from a distance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And when you write, do you purposely write punchlines in? Like, do you purposely want to include that type of wordplay in your lyrics, or does it just naturally fall out that way?
Yeah, I love punchlines. You know, I even like listening to rappers that use you know, creative wordplay and stuff. Because I was into you know, like battle rap.
Yeah. Okay.
Growing up, and that had a heavy influence on my rap style. Just how, you know, people like play with words and you know, similes, metaphors and stuff, but just how they, you know, create it and stuff. And what do you call it? Incorporate it in the music. That was clever to me, and it's what I was attracted to as a kid. So yeah, when I was writing these, every time I write, I like to at least have at least one, like, you know, sort of what do you call it? Creative wordplay or metaphor, whatever you call it.
Yeah. No, I always notice that you're always trying to fit those in and always trying, and most of the time, 99% of the time, they come off in a slick way.
I'm down for the hood. 4-3 shit, let them know what's good. Bar after bar, but they all look shook, and a middle finger up to this bitch ass bitch.
One thing I will say is, even in such a short, I know we say like so long ago, but 2019, so let's say, yeah, literally like 2 years, right? Just shy of 2 years. You can already hear the progression in your newer stuff. Like, you can already hear an improvement, you know what I mean? And this is such a big moment for you. Do you ever feel like people hang on this song in particular and you're like, nah, my new stuff is better? Do you ever get a sense of that? Or is the general consensus kind of people have always kind of said, oh yeah, you're still getting better, Roos? Or do they hang on this because it's your biggest like stream song and things like that?
Yeah, it depends. Like some people do like just refer back to Say Less all the time. But like I got a lot of fans that really relate. They like the other stuff as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you see the progression because I feel like when I dropped this, everyone thought that I was just trying to do like not even drill, you know.
Yeah. Well, as I said, this isn't drill. This isn't the subgenre of drill. You know what I'm saying? Like, but people are throwing around the name drill quite loosely now. You know, and
they're getting used to it now. But like, so for instance, when 1-4 came out, that was drill.
Yeah.
And the problem was when it got its recognition. Well, when they got their recognition from the UK and from America and stuff, they were labeled as drill, like Australian drill. And then that just gave, you know, any kind that came up from Australia would fall under drill, but no one actually knew what proper drill sounded like. So yeah, I guess that's why sort of people put me into this Australian driller sort of label, but category. But I don't do drill. I've only done like 2 tracks, but not a drill at all.
Nah, this nowhere near drill music, but I know what you mean. At that time, there was just so many people coming out and so many people trying to do their thing that everything just got labeled as Aussie drill, and it was just like half of the songs you're labeling as this aren't even the genre of drill. You know what I mean? It could be trap. Like I even heard like a boom bap track one time. I was like, no, this is some 90s shit. This ain't like, you know what I mean? But it got thrown around loosely, yeah. So, but no, definitely you can hear the progression though, 100%, man.
Hop on the mic and you better come secchi, aye.
Yeah. So all the boys in the back of this one. Yeah.
Those are my schoolmates. Like we all went to school together.
Okay.
This is our second year of school, so yeah, I just like, oh gee, come be a part of a video clip.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, keen.
And where's that outside of the Goodna Leagues Club? What's that? Is that something where you boys hung out often, or?
We all play footy.
Okay.
The rugby league. Well, we all play rugby league. That was our club. There was just somewhere that you know had the word Goodna on it. There was another sign, but it's like I think the G was missing, so it would have just been Udna. So we did it in front of here just so people knew where we were from. And also, yeah, we were all familiar with the place too. I was just like, oh, boys, let's just meet at Udna. We'll just meet at Udna Eagles. And then they all came through, so yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Goodna Leagues Club.
That's enough for sending the threats. Come round here and you know what?
You know, I've only just seen this retrospectively. Is that the same tunnel you filmed the track with Chillin' It, the Stanford? Is that the same tunnel?
Same tunnel, yeah.
Yeah. I've only just clocked that down. That's legendary.
Better say that shit with your chest. If not, then you better say less.
It's such an infectious hook. Like, have you been able to perform this live?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, fucking, it goes off every time.
Yeah.
I didn't even have to say the words. Like, I just do the chorus for me, the crowd,
man.
like, the audience. It's catchy. It's simple and it's catchy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
That's
it
all
has
your
that
hook's gotta
simple,
be.
infectious feeling about it, man. And it's that shit that you do, like, as the video represents you. It just feels like you just want to be with the boys, like, just, you know what I mean? Saying it with your chest. I know literally that is what the lyrics of the hook are, but yeah, that's the kind of energy it gives me, kind of that, like, you want to be bold with it, you know what I mean? Like all the boys in the back. Yeah, man, big moment. And so that's dropped, that's getting really well received. What changes for you at that time?
I don't know, like, at that time, I just thought, like, I gotta get the ball rolling, you know. Now I've got the ball in my hand, I can't run with it. So straight away, I got writing my next song, and that was the Come Up. That dropped a month later, November. I dropped the Come Up. And then, yeah, I think after the Come Up was like, fuck, this is it. Like, you know, let's make music, or try and make music for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Because you said that you made Say Less, and you know what I mean, you didn't imagine putting much music out after that. You just, you know, went and wanted to record one song. And so what, from the second that you put it out and felt good about it, is that when you was like, okay, let's do another?
Yeah, because people were like, when's the next song? When's the next song? When's the next song? I was just like, wow. Me, I love rapping. Like, you know, I rap for fun. And then, yeah, just kept writing shit. I wrote my next song, and then they were like, yeah, this is another good one. And then I just kept going with it until I thought, you know what, let's, you know, if like 1-4, HP, Hooligan Hefs, if they're doing it, well, I mean, what's stopping me? So that's when I feel, yeah, fuck it, let's.
Yeah, man, and it was a big moment, man, and in my opinion, you've, you know, played your part in a scene and have kind of steered it in a direction, you know, and kind of popularized the kind of culture of, all right, we're still from a certain area, yeah, you still want to be with the boys, but we're trying to better ourselves. And I feel like definitely you're one of the faces in continuing and pushing that kind of movement of, like, not in a cheesy way, but kind of that positive side of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, still hold our own. Like, yeah, don't take man for a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you know what I mean? Like, we're not trying to do nothing stupid at the same time, and that's been a heavy theme within your music, you know. And I think that, yeah, definitely we've seen more and more people come out now, and I definitely think that you've had your part to play in that 110%.
I feel like it's just it's my humility, you know. Because like one of the rappers before he passed away, I really followed hard was Cadet. You know, that humility that he has, but at the same time, you know, he could come out talking about like, "I'll fuck you up" and shit like that. You know, and that's why, you know, I sort of want to try and be like that, but try and practice more my storytelling and stuff like he did.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty much. You know.
Yeah, and for those who don't know Cadet, I mean, yeah, Cadet could bar out when he wanted to, but his most loved work was his storytelling stuff, and it was kind of the self-inflicted. It was kind of when he was looking inwards and talking about, he was almost, you know, dissing himself. He was almost cussing himself. He was beating himself up about certain morals, certain situations, certain stories, especially in his earlier work. And the freestyles that he was putting out, and that ended up being his most loved work. And so I know what you mean, like, you know what I mean, he could bar out and talk his shit, or he could really go at himself, and the stuff where he was going at himself almost become the more popular stuff in a very strange way, because of how good he was able to convey that and how honest he was. It was almost too honest, you know what I mean, for himself. Like, it was crazy, the energy and the kind of mindset he could capture. So I can understand that. In musically very different, but I can understand the kind of mentality behind that.
mentality. Yeah, that's what I, that, like, and there's heaps of artists like that. Like Dave's like that as well. I don't have the same music, but you see what I mean by like
Yep.
listening to their stuff, and then you pick it up. You want to try and put it up, try and put it in my stuff, and yeah.
Good Life is arguably my favorite song from you.
Yeah.
The reason I say that is because I look at Say Less, and then you look at the journey to Good Life, which is like only like a year and a half. That's
A year,
in
yeah.
an artist's span, that is a very short time. But there is so much growth and so much progression between then and where you're at in this video here. Like, how much else? So as well as just putting out music, what else changes for you between Say Less and Good Life?
Not crazy fame, but like fame, just like being known. Like going shopping and then having to take photos and shit. I'm all for it. I'm all good with it. Performing live, like live performances. Now it's normal. Like, but before I was making music, I'd never been on a stage in front of more than 50 people. That was probably school. You know what I mean? What else? Like, yeah, that's about it. Everything's. I'm still normal. Like, I haven't changed a bit. Lifestyle's changed in terms of what I, my everyday life. I make music now and do music videos and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm still the same bloke that people knew me 5 years ago. Just getting a bit more fatter and stuff, and eating good.
As you said, the kgs are different nowadays.
Yeah, you get that money and it's no more noodles and tuna.
Yeah. The diet's different. So is it fair to say that everything around you changed, or not everything, but a lot of things changed around you, but you stayed the same within that?
Yeah, of course. That's to me that's important. Like, you always meet you've met with some guy that you used to know, and then something happened with him, and then he's got a big head. I didn't want to be that guy because no one likes that guy. That's always been one of my morals too. It's just stay true to you.
Working the 9 to 5.
Last, bro. I've never been on a scaffold folding side in my life.
I'll never say this was all just for the video.
Yeah, this is all for the video.
Okay.
I don't even have my white card. I don't have the qualifications to be on that side.
Okay.
Shout out the boys that let us on.
They're like, who's this guy just coming along helping out? Who's this guy just carrying random shit?
They're like, why are you fucking putting 2 poles, mate? You got to be, I was just fucking pick up the
Where's your hard hat?
or some shit. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, fuck, I don't know. I've never done this.
Look at the swag there.
Lisi.
Wait, just before we get in, directed by Uso Rough Pops. Shout out Rough Pops, man. He's done some big clips, man. What's it like working with him, man?
Oh man, he's hardworking, man. Still up and coming in the videography industry. But yeah, he's proper. He goes all out for his job. He does the most to make sure that his clients look good on camera, and just so that the video comes out. A1. So yeah, big ups to Ruff. He's a mad cunt, 100%.
And now we ride it forever, so tell him buckle up. I rap in Nipsey, but my hustle had to double up.
Was Nipsey a genuine influence that you like? Was you listening to Nipsey like that, or was that more of homage because you just like knew about him kind of thing?
Used to listen to Nipsey, not heaps of him. Like Hustle in the House. There's a few handpicked songs on his different albums back in the day. But yeah, when I found out he passed, it was pretty sad.
And I guess that's another artist as well. Again, not so much musically, but the mentality. That's a great example of someone who had the mentality and kind of pushed a lot of the same messages that you try push across in your music as well.
Yeah. So people understood when I said Nipsey Hussle, they understood. I had a fair idea of his music and stuff like that, because that's what I try and sort of pick up on. I try and like to pick out the stuff from his music and incorporate it in mine a bit.
I was just 18, living life so blameless. And then a year later I hopped in the booth and shook up the game when I told them to say less.
So that's kind of telling your story. So you was doing the Instagram freestyles, you were doing that, and then, as you said, about a year later or so, hopped out, did Say Less. Yeah, so it makes sense piecing together like that story. And you know what I mean? You've done it from young. So when did you start? So is that right? So from 18 is when you started putting out Instagram freestyles?
Yeah, 18 was when I started. I just started dropping on videos on Instagram. That's because there was this other rapper in Brisbane, shout out Stanley T. He put up a rap video. Was like, yeah, he was just speaking. You know, this is what you do when you rap. Is you talk your shit. You know, I'm the best. No one can touch me. Blah blah blah. Someone commented, tagged me, and was like, take notes. I was like, the audacity, the fucking nerve to tell me I can't rap. You know. So then that's when I was like, I'll just chuck something up just to show people that I can rap.
Yeah.
Or just to show that one person that tagged me. So
Yeah.
This actually started because of her. Thank you, Sunny.
Okay.
But yeah, so I put up those videos and then we had like a back to forth thing. Like I did a video, and he did a round 2 video.
Okay.
And then I did my round 2, and there was a three round like Instagram video battle. It was weird, eh?
Yeah. So that's your inner battle rap coming out then.
Yeah. And yeah, that's where people started to follow. People started to actually catch on to me as a rapper. I kept, and then after that, like I didn't leave it at that. I was like, oh well, I got like up to 8,000, 9,000 followers. This is back. I used to have like 1,000, and then went from to like 9,000. But I was thinking like, fuck, I got an extra 8,000 people following me just because I rap. So I was like,
yeah,
I might as well keep making videos, So I made videos throughout the year. Just before Say Less, I was still dropping the like little videos here and there. And then that's pretty much that's how it all just came into play, this whole rap careers and stuff. But it started with the Instagram videos.
Yeah.
See, I'm winning and I'm living, but I'm trying to make sure I die as a legend like I'm playing Apex. We started from the
Gaming, yeah?
Hey, Apex.
Yeah? Is that your game then, yeah?
Yeah, Apex, yeah. UFC. I don't really play anything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was feeling it. He knows I'll give him a good, UFC is my game now.
Okay.
No one can touch me on that one.
Might have to challenge you to that one day. You never know, bro.
Oh.
It's on. All right, then.
Let's raise a toast to living a good life. Let me preach to him. Growing up, we learned that gratitude's the attitude.
So right here, this is a beautiful shot. Like, and you in the second verse, you particularly go in and talk about family and how you were raised and everything. Like, is this all your family relatives in this shot right here?
So the bloke on my right is my little brother. He's taller than me. And then my sister, that's like the one under me.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest of 4. That's my baby brother. He's the youngest. The sister under me. And then on my left, I got my grandmother, Mama. We call her Mama. So she's on the right of me. I left, and then the one on next is my younger sister in between these two on the right.
Okay.
And then my first cousin, but she's like my sister too.
Okay.
We're all close.
Yeah, man, and it's just so nice, isn't it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, people, there's nothing wrong with it. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with it. The whole filming in front of cars and models and all of that. And you know what I mean? That's rap, hip hop culture, and we love it, and it's all great. But there was something just so nice about just seeing this. You know what I mean? And yeah, given you might not have Mama in the back of a proper drill song, you know what I mean? If you're talking your shit. But you know what I mean? I think it's just nice to have a moment like this. Even if it's just one moment, you know what I mean? I think it's just nice to have something like this. And when you're looking through all the photos and everything, I think it was nice. Like, it must have been nice filming this whole video, you know what I mean? Because you've got like the nice location, you got your boys, you got your family with you. Like, what was it like filming this video?
Yeah, filming it, it was all good. I think the only thing that we were stressed about was just the weather. Because if you look at the back, it looks like it's going to rain.
Oh yeah.
That's not your usual. That's not your usual Brisbane weather. It's usually pretty hot up here and sunny, blue skies and stuff. But yeah, no, it was a mad time. We're shooting this video. Like even when we were at that house, like that's not my house. That's mansion and shit. Yeah.
Well,
you were like, fuck, look at this house, Yeah. We were just like, look at this fucking, like, just buzzing out and stuff, swimming in the pool. I don't even think we were allowed to swim in the pool. I think we were just supposed to use the house, like the back of the house and shit. But we were just like, fuck the world, man.
Yeah, we're having a good time, innit? We're living our good life. Yeah, it makes sense, man.
Yeah. So it was mad fun, and to have Mama there, because she's back in she's gone to New Zealand with my other family. She's only here for a period of time, so I was blessed to have her here for the shoot as well. It just felt it all fell into place. You know, it was perfect time.
Yeah, man, a nice moment, definitely.
Didn't care about money, never cared about fame. We just wanted to be seen, give our people a name. Now I'm
Give our people a name, like so, you know what I mean? You're talking about themes of things that are bigger than you. Like, do you ever feel that with your music, like you're representing something bigger than yourself? Do you ever feel like that?
100%. I got more work coming out this year that you've I'll go into a bit more in detail. But yeah, I believe that, like, you know, all of the politics aside, before this music shit, everyone that has a Polynesian background in the game, you know, we're representing a lot more than just ourselves, our area. You know, we got a whole nation behind us. You know, like Samoa, Tonga, Fiji, all of those you know, third world. Well, we come from, you know, third world countries, I think. Yeah. And so, you know, we've got a lot on our backs in terms of, you know, when you see a brown face that's on TV and stuff, you know, it gives a sense of pride, you know, because, you know, growing up as a Samoan, we used to watch WWE, and when The Rock comes on, you see all the Samoans like, you know, like we don't know. I've never met The Rock, but, you know, just to see our own culture from the little island that we're from, you know, up on a big stage like that, like it gives a sense of pride. So. Yeah, it's definitely bigger than just making music for myself and my family, you know, but making everyone proud. That's proud to be island and whatnot.
Cause I'm blessed and I'm moving and ain't got no time for losing with my team.
You've never been shy to bring out the vocals when needed, man. So you always
something different for sure.
Yeah, it's like you've always utilized and never you've never belted out no mad, you know what I mean, notes or anything, but you've not been afraid to get a little melodic when you need to. Like, is that something that you'll continue to do with your music?
Yeah, 100%. Because melodic rap is growing pretty rapidly in Australia. And people like Roddy Rich, Rod Wave, Polo G, who else? Little TJ, stuff like that. Like, that music's starting to get real big. Young Blue. So yeah, and I'm a fan of it myself. You know, I like that stuff too. So yeah, I like to use the melodic the melodic flow sometimes in my music, and you'll hear it a lot more in the upcoming stuff that I have.
Let's raise a toast to living a good life.
Hey, what are you doing?
Get off the site, you ain't got your hard hat on, man. What are you playing at?
Yeah.
That's real life footage of him getting kicked off the site.
$100, like, yeah, get out now. Get out, you're fucking around.
No, I love it, man. And it's a fun video, you know what I mean? It's that sense of optimism and everything. So yeah, man, I think that's why. I know that's the reason why I like it, and I'm sure that's the case for plenty of other people.
You know, like that feeling you get when, I don't know, you're texting, you know, you're texting a girl, and this is like at like 12 years old, 11 years old.
Yeah.
You're like messaging, oh, this is back when, you know, Facebook message or some shit, you know, and you're like, you say like, I love you, and then it's like, oh fuck, I don't know if she's gonna, you know, like, you get that feeling like, oh, but I don't know if she's gonna respond or like,
Yeah.
And that's how I felt with releasing this song, because it was a way different track to anything that I've dropped in the past. You know, especially more so for the singing. I didn't know if it would catch on, like if people would actually enjoy it. But I had enough backing and family that were like, it's a good song. Like, you know, when I was getting a really good response around myself, that's when I was like, yeah, okay, we'll give it a go. But even when I, you know, chucked it up there, I was a bit still like, how people gonna like this? Are they gonna enjoy it? You know? Yeah. It's done well, for better than I expected, and I'm grateful for that.
That 100%. Nervous but yet excited feeling at the same time, you know. That kind of, you know, I really like it, and I want other people to like it as well. But I'm not too sure. Like, I know it'll work, but I don't know. I need to hear that myself. Like, I understand that feeling. Yeah,
it was a risk. It was a risk because I didn't want to, you know, my people love my audience. I think they've heard, you know, hardly like when I'm aggressive, when I'm like going hard out on a song, you know, like chilling at Stanford, you know, say less, fists up, that kind of Lisi, they love that Lisi, and that's all they were used to at the time. So I thought this might be a game changer, you know, just bring out a different side of my artistry, and yeah, they enjoyed it. So
This track here, Dreams. What inspired you? What's the reason behind like the GTA inspired art style?
oh, that was all JN. So shout out to JN. Fucking killed it with this video, man. They did. Yeah, this is the biggest video shoot I've ever done. It was a pain in the ass too, but like just the times, you know, like waking up early and stuff. But it was good. The GTA theme, I don't know. They did it themselves in a way. They sort of just have this like this way of becoming like creative, and also relating to the rappers' lyrics as well. I feel like Kenny and Reaper, the video clip for that. That's where I was like, oh, I thought I want something like this. You know, it's a bit you know, like the way that they're related. You know, that Stimson is the bar. You know, they're at the soccer field and
Yeah.
you know, so that's what they did. The GTA thing, I was like, and they said that it's sort of like a going from Goodnight and then to a nice house and a mansion and shit. And I was like, oh yeah, no, it did fit in well with what I was talking about. So yeah, no, shout out JN.
$45 in the bank, yeah? Okay. I'm sure.
Still $45, mate. Even real life. In real life. $45.
Nah, I can never be that way. I just want money, power, respect. See, I just want all of the best.
See, I always respected that lyric, like doubling down on that message that you've always put forward. You know what I mean? About it's not about material things. It's about your mentality. It's about, you know, your personal health and things like that, etc., etc. Like, do you feel like you've said everything you've wanted to say in terms of that message, or is that something that you'll just continue to push and triple down on?
I'm not afraid to, you know, switch it up sometimes. You know, we can talk about, you know, if someone would like, oh, I want you to rap about, or like feature on a track, and we're just talking about, you know, getting drunk, or you know, like, or maybe talk about a song of having girls, but yeah, at the end of the day, people would know me. Like that's the real message that I have in my heart. But yeah, in saying that, it doesn't cancel out, you know, like rapping about that other stuff too.
Yeah. Okay, so you will do the other stuff, but yeah, makes sense.
Nowadays, girls send me the Snapchat, say they add that, then they send me the cat. I don't care about none of that back chat.
Getting that female attention nowadays, yeah.
A bit more than I used to have, so yeah.
Okay. Well,
it's a bit dodgy.
Yeah. Business that we'll keep for another time, yeah.
Yeah, 100. That's another conversation.
Okay.
I don't want peace. I'ma get to the money, get to the breach.
Right, I always wondered about this. Why is my man pressing down the beef with his hand? Like, ain't that hot, big man?
I'm on hands, mate. I'm on hands.
Yeah, no, you man need to teach me.
Them can't go through war.
You man need to teach me, man. I'm looking at this shit thinking, nah, that can't be me, man. That couldn't be me.
Man, shout out Timmy, that big Uncle Timmy. He's pressing the barbecue. If those hands have to scratch his ass, well, that fire means nothing to him. Trust me. There's no pain in that at all. He's got to scratch his ass with that same hand. Fuck. There's nothing worse. That fire is nothing.
Okay.
I don't know. Well, I love all the
So what did you know that you wanted to do this as a back-to-back? Like, did you plan this as a back-to-back, or was that more something that it was? Tell me the thought process for you doing this.
What I usually get asked a lot. It's the voice. It's my own voice talking to myself. However, it's sort of what people come to me with, the questions that people ask me and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was rapping in their perspective, but yeah, just I thought it'd sound cool if I did it myself.
Yeah.
Put a filter over it and yeah.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Yeah, and it's conveyed quite clearly as well, especially with the engineering and just a little phone effect and whatnot, and how it's EQ'd or whatnot. But you know what I mean, it's very easy to understand which side you're speaking of. Even if you was to remove the visuals, you'd still understand that back and forth kind of thing, that back and forth conversation. So yeah, how many did you film that all in one day?
3 days. 2 day shoot.
2 days, okay. But I bet they were a long 2 days.
Yeah, fucking nice. Yeah, those were long days. Like from some 7 in the morning or something like that to about. The first day was 7 to about 10 p.m. And then the second day was 5 a.m. till about I think 6 p.m. Yeah, those are long days. Like, there's a lot of shooting and stuff, but it all came out.
Yeah, it'll come out worth it. 100% come out worth it, man.
Imagine doing movies, bro. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck. That would be a penny. And these are only like music videos, you know, for a 3-minute video. Fuck a movie. Oh, you gotta be top notch for that shit, eh?
I don't know. Is that something you'd ever get into? Would your acting career take off?
Movies? Nah. I'm too much of a fuck. I'm a joker. I like to have a laugh and shit. You know? I'm not really.
Never know. You could be in a comedy film. You just start your own thing, man.
Oh yeah, maybe comedy. I'll give that a crack. But fuck, I don't know about no drama or anything like that.
Yeah.
See me fake crying. I was fake crying. That'll be.
I'll expect it at some point from you.
Oh yeah, maybe in a video. Maybe you might see a bit of a fake cry.
Never know, blood. Never know. So yeah, I mean, what have you got coming up now? What have you got like coming up going forward?
My next one, it's gonna be a storytelling one. I'll give you this much. It's not personal experience. Oh shit! It's not a personal experience, but it is an issue that's happening around in Australia and New Zealand. That's on a real deep, on the deep side, and then an EP after that. So I've got a lot of EP album. I don't know, whatever they call it. I'm sure it's an EP, like 8 songs.
8 songs, yeah. I'd call that a long EP. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and then that's about it. And a few features that I'll be on in the future. I'll come with. Yeah, that's about it. That's all we've been planning for this year. Yeah. And then next year we hit the drawing board again. See what we've got coming. That was Lisi. From Goodna. Deal with my boy Chazza. Just reacted to these videos, and yeah, I want to say shout out to Castile Records. We're on the come up, baby. This song's by the West just dropped. Knox the song Moon. I ran that up, and yeah, got more coming for you as well.
Unless you don't speak until. That's right, to respect my opinion, yeah, to wait until. But unless you don't speak until.